Welcome. In this video, we're going to look at some illegal and dirty tactics that went on in the Wilder-Fury rematch. Some of Wilder's fans have been making a big deal out of some of the punches behind the head done by Fury, and also we'll take a look at Glovegate, or the floppy gloves that Fury allegedly had on during the fight. First, let's take a look at intentional rabbit punching. Once again, intentional rabbit punching. During most fights, fighters will throw wide punches and their opponent will sometimes try to duck or turn their head and get punched in the back of the head. This is not intentional. Okay, here you can see that Wilder throws a punch, Fury tries to duck it, but instead gets punched in the back of the head. So this is clearly Fury's fault 100%. Wilder did not intend to punch Fury in the back of the head. And you can see the opposite here. When Fury knocks down Wilder, it was meant to be a punch in the face, but Wilder tried to duck it and got hit in the back of the head. Well, during the fight, both of the fighters were using rabbit punches. If it's really important to you, then I recommend that you watch the fight again and count to see who actually uses more rabbit punches. But here I collected the most obvious examples of rabbit punches, which are intentional. Take a look.
Back comes Fury. Oh my goodness, they're back comes Fury. Oh my goodness, they're Fury. Yep, can regain his composure.
A punch to the back of the head.
Can regain his composure.
A punch to the back of the head.
Fury. Wilder hurt.
Oh.
And a right for Fury. Wilder hurt.
Oh.
Wilder hurt.
Oh.
I just want to take a moment real quick to talk about the way Kenny Bayless looked at Wilder right there. To me, it was like he was thinking, come on boss, come on Wilder, you're making me look bad out here. Obviously, like I said, both of them use rabbit punching during the fight, but as you can see, Wilder does a lot of it himself. Even after the bell has rung, he continues to punch behind the head, or after Kenny Bayless tells him to stop the action.
Inside work, a right hand. Inside work, a right hand. Wilder. Fury looking for the to erase the memories of that draw in December. To erase the memories of that draw in December.
Okay, next we're going to take a look at the floppy gloves. There is a video which someone points out that Fury's gloves are flopping around as if Fury didn't have his hands completely inside the glove, but instead had his hands fisted up in the laces part of the glove, which made the top part of the glove flop around, and Fury was hitting Wilder with the laces part of the glove. So let's take a look. I'm going to show you that video at the end, but first I want to show you some things that I noticed. In the floppy gloves video, the left hand of Fury's was the one that was flopping around. So I went back and kept an eye on Fury's gloves, especially his left one. Take a look at what I found.
To push the action. That's why he's trying to push the action.
This is the first round. So going into the fight, Fury's hands seem to be fully inside the gloves. The gloves also look firm, and Fury uses the front of his glove to punch for the most part. So what this tells me is that if this floppy glove theory is true, then Fury must have had to pull his hand out of the glove during the fight at some point. So if anybody out there has any footage of this, please post it. I would love to see it. But let's continue watching.
Fury coming for you, big Dawson. That is you, big Dawson. That is.
So yeah, Fury is using his glove to bat down Wilder's punches. So that looks pretty firm to me. But that's the first round. Let's go to the second round.
Moment that would be, but for Deontay Wilder, moment that would be Alabama. But Fury's jab seems to be Alabama. But Fury's jab seems to be.
Okay, in the second round, the glove doesn't seem to be flopping around. Maybe in the third round is when he pulls it out a little bit.
Battling, stiff jab again by the Gypsy King. Bam, bam, bam.
Okay, Fury still hasn't pulled his hand out of the glove yet, so maybe he'll do it in the fourth. Let's keep watching.
Eating out of that left ear. Eating out of that left ear.
Okay, so from what I can see is that Tyson Fury is punching with the front part of his glove pretty hard. It's not flopping around. Also, you'll be able to see in these next few clips that Kenny Bayless actually grabs his gloves a few times, or Tyson Fury bats away Kenny Bayless's arms with his gloves. So you would think if somebody had loaded gloves or a floppy glove or sand in there, they would not want to touch the ref with that glove, or they'd probably want to hide it as much as possible, but that's not what you see. Check it out.
Neck, he feels like he has Wilder hurt. Neck, he feels like he has Wilder hurt. Tyson Fury is...
He cannot keep his balance. His feet are not steady.
There is with the physicality and... Fury is closing the disc. Fury is closing the disc. Fury is closing the disc.
Inside the wrist area of the glove. Now pay attention right about there. There it is. You can tell his fist is right around the outside of that.
All right, that's it. Pretty much I think if you're a smart boxing fan, you probably didn't buy into this. I just had to make this video for some of the people out there that actually believe that Tyson Fury had his hands halfway out the glove. And I didn't even need to make this video. If you're a smart person, you could have just gone back, looked at it yourself, and you would have noticed that in the Floppy Gloves video, that's actually from the first fight. It's not even from the second fight. You could just tell from the color of the gloves in the first fight. Wilder had those gold gloves. In the second fight, Wilder has the black gloves. Also, you could tell by the tape in the second fight, both of the fighters had just white tape, not red or blue. But anyways, that's it. Guys, if you liked the video, please give it a like and think about subscribing. Take it easy.
Subscribe. 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 Subscribe.